It is time.
Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Jams Reacts. We're with Caton Sollenberger of the Jauntee, and today we're going to be listening to Snarky Puppy featuring Väsen, Shapons Vindaloo. This is off of the album Family Dinner Volume 2, and this song is called Bonus Track, and this was released on February 16th, 2021, and was actually recorded February 16th, 2016.
That's kind of an anniversary thing they did.
Right. And so, Snarky Puppy is, I think that they won, 4 Grammy Awards. And it's a giant collective of musicians that's, their current roster boasts more than 19 members. They're really prolific. And,
Can you imagine trying to get people together?
To practice even?
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard enough getting like 4 dudes together.
Exactly. And, they're really, really well known. And when they were winning all those Grammys, they were everywhere and doing everything, right? And so this is Snarky Puppy with their track, Bonus Track. They have like every instrument in the whole universe. In that room.
Actually, I think I wrote this down right. I think the song is Shapons Vindaloo, and it is a bonus track. Or like the Eastern influence.
There's a lot of world instruments. That's cool.
It's in some strange time signature.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think it's like a 7/8 and then maybe a 5/16. Or no, 9/16.
9/16.
So,
I'm trying to count it in my head.
7/8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Yeah.
9/16.
Yeah, 7/8 and then 9/16, I think.
That's so crazy.
And there's like 30 people playing it.
Yeah.
I like that everybody and the audience members are wearing headphones. So it's all a concert.
Yeah.
Headphones. The bass line's sick.
Michael Lee, he does a great job.
Those horns are so on each other. It's good.
Okay, what do you guys think so far?
That's crazy.
Caton, what do you think?
It's awesome. I love these guys. I've been thinking about that time thing, and as whoever said about the bass,
yes.
it made me hear it in a different way. And
Yeah.
a lot of this kind of world music is like counted like in just groupings of 2 and 3, you know. So it's kind of going like 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2. You know, so thinking of it in that vein, it's like it's just crazy how hard they're grooving over such an odd thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
And like you said, Caton, there's a lot of people playing in there, and the fact
just
that
locked in.
Yeah, the fact that it's not sloppy on a very odd time signature is pretty awesome.
And also just the sound, like there's so many instruments in there, and like every single thing sounds like exactly how I would want it. So I bet mixing them is a total nightmare.
It's probably like a good 6-hour sound check.
Yeah, 'cause they got to get everyone
I
ready.
think- Yeah,
I'm
they
not
just
even
did one of
really
these.
kidding.
I think they did one of these in Dallas like not long ago or something similar, like, live album, everyone has headphones on, and it was like a 2-day sound check.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Because they just have to rotate. Like
Jeez.
people, they probably don't even sound check all at the same time.
Yeah, they probably
until,
schedule
right
it.
at the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
And I feel like they haven't even jumped into the song yet. They're just warming us up. We haven't even like gotten to it yet. This is so sick.
That was a cool little breakdown.
I love the synth sounds he's choosing. This is good.
Playing in a super interesting way.
Yeah.
Oh, nice held up there.
It sounds so froggy.
Oh, yeah. How many drummers?
Yeah.
At least 3.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
3 there.
God, it's crazy. So tight.
Yeah, and it sounds so
That
like,
many people.
like prog rocky. They're supposed to be like a funk band, but this sounds like
Well, they're kind of like a jazz funk prog
Ensemble.
rock type band. Yeah, they do it all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, some of this stuff got a little bit more world music-y too. Usually these, like the family dinner thing, I guess, usually feature someone on each track. Do you remember who was featured on this one?
It was Väsen.
Okay,
Väsen. It's probably the keyboardist, right?
maybe the percussionist. I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, see if he comes back in.
whole setup of how they're doing this live is interesting.
It's a big risk too, you know, because if someone just has like some kind of physical slip out of like 50 people,
A spasm.
yeah, you know, like some kind of brain connection thing that just for a microsecond you
great.
hesitate.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
The level of musicianship in that is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you ever? What did you think about that, Caton? Have you ever seen Snarky Puppy before?
Yeah, I've seen them a number of times, and they're really cool. Like you said, it like switches members a lot, you know. So I've seen it with like all kinds of different people, and it's always just top notch. I actually saw them. I think it was 2012 maybe or 2011 in Boone, North Carolina, and there was like like
Was it at
30,
the Boone Saloon?
I believe it was, yeah. And there's like
there's a venue. called
is
the
it?
Boone
Yeah.
I thought you were
Saloon.
joking.
Yeah, I believe it was, and I
Not
think there's like
joking.
30 to 40 people there.
So there's
it
more
was-
people on stage than there was in the show.
Yeah, I think there's like only 9 of them at that one.
Yeah, and all the other people in the audience was their parents, you know, cheering them on. How do you like note, like all of that's notated, right? So it's like it's all just they just hand out pieces of paper to everybody that just has all the notes that they're supposed to play, and that's how it goes, right? How can that be like a collaborative effort, you know, to make music that complicated with that many people, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that one in particular I think was more like orchestral than it was jazz influenced, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it has to be.
But they definitely in that one section, you know, it could have been a specifically timed solo, I guess, or maybe, you know, cued out by his long held out note or something. But that's what I really like about them is that, you know, there's such an amalgamation of so many influences and they're all so good that like they can perform it all kind of authentically, you know.
I think what we just saw was straight magic, especially to do that live, let alone in a studio. Just to even think about it, like how can he's like, okay, when it goes to this part, the drums, you're just gonna go like ba 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 ba. You know what I mean? Like
just
how
like
do
one
you
hit. It's
how
a
do
little
you
more
like
orchestral.
say that? How do you like besides just literally writing it all out?
I don't know
and notating. Right?
I don't know when your mind works to the point where you have 3 drummers and you can figure out what each drummer is actually doing. I can't imagine like giving 3 different drummers or 2 different drummers different jobs, you know? I think that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Did you happen to see who the featured person was on that?
So yes, I did. So the featured person, which is I'm looking at Väsen, they're actually a band. So Väsen isn't a person; it's a Swedish folk music band.
Okay,
That's,
so was it
3
that
people.
percussionist and
It
then
was
that
actually
guy?
like the 2 stringed instruments and then a
Okay.
guitar. So that's what
Okay.
they're playing.
Gotcha.
So I mean, that's just like most bands have sit-ins with like a member, but they're like, hey, let's get like the whole band to come in and jam with us.
Yeah.
Well, they have anywhere from around like 19 to 40 musicians. I mean, they bring in people all the time. It's interesting that I guess the bassist put it all together back in the day.
That's crazy.
In college, just kind of put it together. Just kept adding members, and I guess in their first studio album, they had like 6 to 10 members. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
it says many past and present band members were students at the University of North Texas. So
Wow.
you know, I can't wait to listen to more Snarky Puppy. That definitely stepped it up for me. You know, that was amazing. Caton, how do you write music with your band? What's like, do you like each bring an idea or like, what's like a general way that you guys are like morphing it from an idea in your head to like performing it on stage?
Right. It's kind of a mixed bag. Like sometimes one person will bring half an idea and then we'll all kind of expand on it. Or sometimes someone will bring, you know, a fully completed song. Our drummer, Scott, he writes a lot of the music. And that can vary from everything from like just kind of a groove or to like specific parts or whatever. But it's also pretty collaborative. You know, it's not often that anyone gets upset if if someone has another idea. Maybe it's usually like just the best idea wins kind of thing. You know, and I think that's a good way to do it. Just any idea, let's try it out, and then if it works,
you need to have the freedom to say what you want to say, but then also the patience to be rejected about it, right? And it's hard
Yeah.
to get there. It's hard to come up with something that means a lot to you, and then people are like, oh, and then it's like, okay, like I guess I'll just never share anything with you again, right? And so you have to like, move past that. And with Snarky Puppy, is so many people in the band. They're all talented musicians in their own right. Just getting 4 people to agree to a song is hard enough, like you were saying, EJ. So I'm just wondering, like the songwriting, like the actual process of writing the music, not even just performing it, but just writing it. It must be so difficult to do, if there's more than one person involved, right?
Yeah, but then it's also that's kind of the bouncing the ideas off other people, and then getting new ideas from that is just the best way to get things going, I think. I think I've heard Michael League, he has a lot of like interviews out there, and he talks about the writing process with Snarky Puppy, and it's basically like the same kind of thing. It's like anybody brings in an idea, and it's often at like multiple stages, of like completion. And then, if it works, it works.
Yeah, that's cool. Caton, you had talked about crowds like singing your songs and it being different from you guys playing like covers. What was the first song that of your group that happened and it like wowed you?
Man, that's a good question. Probably one of our 2 early songs. We used to like throw a lot of parties at this warehouse that we lived in Boston, and like one of them is "Don't Forget the Whiskey, We're Going on a Jauntee." That's one of them, and then "Can't Stand Still, Ready to Kill." That's like from another song of ours. Just like stupid lyrics that are easy to remember, though.
Right.
So like they stick out to people, and then people want to sing them back. So it's nice.
Were you really shocked the first time you heard it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I figured.
That's like complete. Yeah, like a big complete feeling in your soul.
Hell yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
And I hope that there's many, many more of that to come. Hope all of your fans sing all of your songs all the time.
Man, that would be impressive because we don't even know all of our lyrics.
That's funny too.
Yeah.
I've experienced that where
Same.
like I'm really terrible with remembering lyrics, even the ones I've written, and sometimes the fans know them better. And it's like, oh, like I mess up, and I like. There's our friend of ours, Tyler, who would come see us, and I'd mess up a lyric. He'd look at me, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
You just got to do the hold the mic out to the crowd trick,
Right.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Kai here with Galaxy Jams. I hope you enjoyed that React video. If you didn't know, we live stream a music improv show every single Tuesday, and we'd love to have you there. But if you want to hear what we sound like, just give us 30 seconds.